Now, I want to just say something about my experience in pro football. And there's a guy up on this stage that kind of got me thinking about something. And his name's Steve Young. And I heard him say this. I don't mean to put you on the spot, Steve. I heard him say this several years ago. He said that the locker room is a great laboratory for human behavior. And when he said that, it just kind of hit me. I said, you know what? This guy's right. This guy is absolutely right. Now, talent aside, we know it's the football business, but the only prerequisite for acceptance into that locker room is you got to be willing to contribute to the greater good. And if you are willing to do that, you are readily accepted. And if you're not, you're pretty much quickly rejected. Now, we got all kinds in this place. Okay, we got white, we got black, we got Latin, we got Asian, we got Samoans, we got Tongans, we got Native Americans. Ladies and gentlemen, I played and coached with them all. And the only thing that made any difference is, are you willing to help? And if you are, come on in. And if you're not, get the heck out of here. Now, there are a lot, you'll remember this one, Steve. There are a lot of exit doors in pro football. And by exit doors, I mean vehicles that organizations or players or coaches could use to intimate to the public that it wasn't their fault that the team performed poorly. But Monday, about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, after we've all watched those films, very seldom are any of those exit doors taken, because accountability is at a premium in guys like this. It's at a premium. So we got the greater good and we got accountability. Now, we've got some rules and regulations in the locker room, but they're not written down. But after you've been there just a couple of days, you know what they are. And if someone should deviate and violate those rules, you find out that there's a judge and jury in that room. And they act decisively. And their decisions are final, because we don't have any appellate courts in there. Okay? So we've got the greater good, we got accountability, and now we got law and order. Now we got a wide range of emotions in this place, ladies and gentlemen. We got happiness, we got humor, practical jokes, hilarity, success, achievement, and then we've got that momentary time of exhilaration where you hoist that championship trophy over your head, and I don't know what happens, but some mystical blood kinship is formed. And although it's a fleeting moment, that kinship lasts for the rest of your life. And the thing I'm most proud of with my teams is they have it, and I know because I lived it, because when something goes wrong with one of them, all the others run to help. And I know because they've run to help me. Now, on the other side of that locker room, there's darkness, there's defeat, there's despondency, there's pain. You see those players carrying those IVs onto the aircraft after a midsummer or early season game in a hot weather city, and they're carrying their own IVs onto the plane, and the trainers are rushing to pack them in ice, and they can't sit in their seats because they'll cramp up, so they got to lay in the aisle. Ladies and gentlemen, they don't put that on television, but I was there to see it. There's pain, there's injury, there's tragedy, and even death. And I wish all of American society could have experienced what I experienced in this place. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is a priceless, priceless education. In closing, about 10 minutes after I was named head coach of the Giants and my first press conference was over, the patriarch owner of the New York Giants, the late Wellington Mara, was at my office door and he said, "Bill, let's take a walk." And he took me down the stairs, of course, to that same place that I was just talking about. And in the old Giant Stadium, the Giant players will remember that as you walk through the players' entrance, there was a little room to the left, and it was like a little alcove room, and it had a couple chairs in it. And Wellington took me over to the wall in that place. And on the wall was a little plaque, and it had an inscription on it. And coincidentally, that inscription was attributed to the first black player ever inducted into this Hall of Fame. His name was Emlyn Tennell, and he was inducted in the class of 1967. And that inscription said, "Losers assemble in little groups and complain about the coaches and the players in other little groups. But winners assemble as a team." Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I get to do just that. I'm honored, I'm grateful, and I'm thankful to every single one of you out there that had something to do with this. Thank you very much.
Well, consider that speech a primer on what made Bill Parcells one of the greatest coaches we've ever seen. Tom and Mort, let's stress it. He knew exactly what he wanted to say. He never looked down. He understood what it took for him to build a team, and some of the legends of the game were the ones that helped him, in Davis, Landry, Noel, and Knox.